Hi everyone, this is Ian Stewart of the Delaware Nature Society, and I'm out in the woods listening to one of my all-time favourite birds, the wood thrush. There's a whole bunch of them singing around me. You hear the Iole, famous song, and all the zits and puts that they do when they're chasing each other around. So what wood thrushes need, two important things: somewhere to nest and a place to feed, among other things. And this is perfect nesting habitat for wood thrushes. This is a damp understory forest. There's some big trees above me, keeping the woods down here nice and shaded and cool and damp, which is what the wood thrushes love. But what you can see is we have a whole stand of low shrubs, native shrubs like spice bushes, black haw. There's some small oaks in here. These are great places for wood thrushes to build their nests. So we need more of this kind of habitat. Unfortunately, this habitat patch behind me isn't great for wood thrushes. It has become heavily invaded by multiflora rose, which presents two problems for wood thrushes. The first is that it has coated the forest floor, and so it makes it very hard for wood thrushes to get down in the leaf litter to feed. They're not likely to want to feed underneath all this thick vegetation in case there's predators hanging out there. The second problem is that this rose over time will aggressively take over any bushes or shrubs that are in this patch, and that blocks those bushes and shrubs off as potential nest sites for wood thrushes. So removing multiflora rose from these woodland settings is a great way to help wood thrushes. And this is a great example of the kind of work the Delaware Nature Society is doing to conserve wood thrushes and other woodland birds. This is a site at our Coverdale Farm Preserve. This area used to be dominated by multiflora rose. It grew over the trees, and it grew over the ground, so it meant the wood thrushes couldn't nest in the trees and they couldn't feed on the ground. Our dedicated land stewardship crew and some dedicated volunteers removed all of the multiflora rose, but then left behind these nice bushes. So this creates nesting opportunities for wood thrushes next year. And this forest floor is perfect for wood thrushes. It has a whole bunch of rich, organic, decaying leaf litter, and that is going to contain a whole bunch of invertebrates. The wood thrushes will love sifting through this stuff in search of food. And what the forest floor also has are some nice patches of bare earth, and that's what they're going to dig into in search of food. So if you want to keep your wood thrushes happy, you need leaf litter and you need some open soil. And here is my happy place. It is a warm summer evening and I'm out in the woods listening to the wood thrushes singing. This is one of the great nature experiences of our eastern woods, and it would be a terrible shame if our children and grandchildren didn't get to experience this. At the Delaware Nature Society, we work hard to protect birds and biodiversity by removing non-native invasive plants from our habitats and replacing them with native trees, shrubs, wildflowers to provide nesting sites but also food, because they host a lot more invertebrates. By healing the land, we help birds, we help ourselves, and that's a win all round.